students, welcome to all. So, in our automobile engineering subject, we have to discuss on our transmission system. So, the next topic is overdrive. Okay, so the overdrive you have to see in the diagram in this, right? So, the input shaft, you have to see this input shaft is connected to the sun gear and also a free wheel clutch, right? So in this sun gear a carriage or carrier are connected, okay, and that sun gear are fixed with the C-ring, and that C-ring is connected to the output shaft, right? So that is simple construction of our overdrive. Okay, so overdrive is a device to set the gear ratio in the car. It is fitted in between gearbox and propeller shaft. This results in less wear of the engine parts and decreased vibration and noise, as the friction losses at the lower speed are less. There is a saving of fuel also with the overdrive. Overdrive is generally fitted on top gears only. Working of overdrive. To understand the working of overdrive, it consists of an epicyclic gear train in which the sun gear is free to rotate on input shaft, while the carrier can move on the splines on the input shaft. A free wheel clutch is also fitted on the input shaft spline. The output shaft is connected to the ring. You have to see the diagram, right? The input shaft, there are a spline shaft. Input shaft are a spline shaft. So in this spline shaft, the sun gear is connected. Then free wheel clutch are also connected, and also a carriage are connected. So when the sun gear is locked with the casing, that is, it becomes stationary, the speed of output shaft is increased, that is, overdrive is engaged. When, however, the sun gear is locked to the carrier or to the ring solid drive through the gear train is obtained. Thus, depending on the locking of the sun gear with casing or with the carrier, the overdrive is the normal direct drive is obtained. Right? You have to see simple working of overdrive. Okay. Then next is propeller shaft. Right? You have to see this picture. Right? The simple picture of propeller shaft. In this propeller shaft, there are three types of part or component, right? Two universal joint, one slip joint, and one propeller shaft. These are the three components or parts in propeller shaft. So first, in this shaft, as this has to withstand torsional loads, it is usually made of tubular cross section. It also has to be well balanced to avoid whirling at high speed. Shafts are made of steel, aluminum or composite material. You have to see in this diagram propeller shaft, right? A simple tubular shaft is over there, and then a well balanced shaft is over there to avoid the whirling of high speed. Means when the high speed is generated, that time not whirl or shaft, that time a well balanced shaft is produced. Then next is universal joint. One or two universal joint, depending upon the type of real axle drive used. The universal joint account for the up and down movement of the rear axle when the vehicle is running. ओके, युनिव्हर्सल जॉईंट हे एक किंवा दोन असू शकतात, राईट. इट डिपेंड ऑन द टाईप ऑफ रिअर ॲक्सेल. ओके, आणि युनिव्हर्सल जॉईंट हे फक्त अप अँड डाऊन मुवमेंटसाठी, रिअर ॲक्सेलच्या अप अँड डाऊन मुवमेंटसाठी हे इझिली किंवा व्हेकल इझिली रन होण्यासाठी ते यूज केलं जातं. देन स्लिप जॉईंट. डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द ड्राईव्ह type of drive, one slip joint may be there in shaft. This serves to adjust the length of the propeller shaft when demanded by rear axle movement, right? So these are the same see, these are the three components of propeller shaft. Then construction details of propeller shaft. The propeller shaft used to transmit the power from gearbox output shaft to differential with tubular cross section and one or two piece of construction. The two-piece propeller shaft is supported at the center by rubber mounted bearing. Okay. Then second, propeller shaft should be rigid enough to absorb the twisting action due to driving torque and the torsional shock. It should also be capable of resisting the vibration, right? Then tubular propeller shaft is generally used because आता सिंपल आहे. जर तुम्ही ट्युब्युलर प्रॉपेलर शाफ्टच्या ठिकाणी सॉलिड शाफ्ट घेतला तर काय होईल, जेव्हा तो हायली स्पीडमध्ये फिरेल, राईट, तर त्याच्यामुळे काय होईल, जर व्हेकलवर लोड पडलं तर तो जो सॉलिड बार आहे तो बेंड होऊ शकतो, त्याच्यामध्ये व्हर्लिंग प्रोड्यूस होऊ शकते, राईट. सो का आपण ट्युब्युलर प्रॉपेलर शाफ्ट यूज करत आहे त्याचे कारण आहेत. इट वेट लेस, राईट. देन इट कॅन रेजिस्ट misalignment, right. Then it has good torsional strength. Then it provides less resistance to change the angular speed caused when hook type coupling is used, right. Then propeller shaft is running faster when overdrive is used, hence it should be produced as per required design specification and good limit of balance. So these are the simple points to why the propeller shaft are tubular or hollow. Then next is universal joint. You have to see the simple diagram of universal joint, right. There is a simple two fork or two yokes, right, are connected with the cross pin, right, and this cross pin are connected with the number of cap, seal, needles, right. Different types of parts are using in this, right. So these are the simple universal joint. So universal joint बघा, आता universal joint मध्ये दोन yoke असतात, right. You have to see in this diagram yoke at this one and this one. Okay, this one is one yoke and second is second yoke. Then cross piece, these are the cross piece. Okay, then this cross piece, in this cross pin, cup and the keys are used in this, right. So a simple universal joint does not transmit the motion uniformly when the shafts are operating an angle. Because of this, two universal joints are used in a vehicle, one between the gearbox and the propeller shaft, okay, and other between the propeller shaft and the differential pinion, right. Simple. Then next is universal joints allows driving torque to be carried through two shafts that are at an angle with each other. A simple universal joint consists two Y-shaped yoke, one on the driving shaft and other on the driven shaft. The forearm spiders are assembled in needle bearing in the two yokes. The driving shaft and yoke force the spider to rotate. The other two of the spider then cause the driven yoke to rotate. When the two shafts are at an angle with each other, the needle bearing permits the yokes to swing around on the trunnion with each revolution. Okay, next point is slip joint, right? The slip joint is in between your universal joint and your propeller shaft. Okay, you have to see this diagram: propeller shaft, universal coupling. Okay, slip joint is attached to the driven yoke in order the increase or decrease the length of propeller shaft. Okay, जो slip joint is attached to the driven yoke, right, in order to increase or decrease the length of propeller shaft. हा जो स्लिप जॉइंट आहे तुमच्या ड्रिव्हन शाफ्टला कनेक्टेड असतो आणि या स्लिप जॉइंटने तुमची जी शाफ्टची लेंथ आहे ती इंक्रीज आणि डिक्रीज होते. इट हॅज आउटसाइड स्प्लाइन्स on the shaft and matching internal splines in a mating hollow shaft or yoke. When assembled, the splines cause the shafts to rotate together while they can move back and forth. This changes the length of propeller shaft. Okay, so that is simple. Types of drive chain, right? Different types of drive chain, drive train we have to see in this diagram, in this lecture, right? Next time we have to see the final drive. So that is the end